Hey guys, in today's video we will be going over the curl route and how to implement it into your quick game in College Football 25. For me recently I've been using it in my quick game a lot, and when used correctly you can move down the field just using this one play, in my opinion, or at least a lot of the times, if done correctly. If not done correctly, a defender can jump the pass and pick it off, which we don't want, but we will be going over all those different scenarios in this video. So let's get started. Now we're going to pick a curl route play right here, Texas. We're going to go against a cover one hole just to show some man coverage on it and to effectively play this right. So a good sign already is the cornerback on our left side is playing back. So I think it's already a good example of us at least thinking to throw this pass. A big thing that we need to watch out for with this play is the slot cornerback. If he starts to push out to the left and play some zone, then I advise us not to use this play in this route. He won't be doing that with the press coverage, man coverage. And what I always do with this is I always run a drag route with my tight ends in case that play is covered with our receiver. So let's now see how this works in functionality now. Perfect. You get some nice quick yards with that. First down. Let's go again. Perfect. Gets the yards. And sometimes when they're playing really back, you can make that happen. One last time, and then we'll go deep analysis into it. Perfect. And then boom. You can actually turn that upfield. I also suggest doing a back shoulder throw with that pass, just so less chance of the cornerback jumping it and picking it off. If you can throw that kind of to the outside of the receiver, to his left, then there's less chance of that. But let's now take a replay of that real quick. So as you can see here, as soon as we hike the ball, the cornerback is dropping back a bit, right? And when that's happening, we want to anticipate it. We know that in the curl route, it's going to stop around here. Throw it to him, and you can pick up those yards. And as soon as he starts to stop, throw the ball immediately. Don't wait till he sets. As soon as he starts getting that motion to turn around, throw it. The ball should be already coming, right? As you can see, the quarterback, I'm getting ready. I'm throwing that before he even turns around. That's how you do this play correctly and actually, get as many yards as possible, and for less chance of the cornerback jumping this and picking it off. Now let's see an example of when you throw this too late though. Alright, see? If you wait too long, if you're getting pressured and then throw it, this is not going to work. You're not going to want to do that. In this scenario, we only start to throw the ball when he stops. But look what happens, right? The cornerback can actually start to jump this now if you wait too long. So the right approach is throw it before he even gets into position your receiver, right? You have to time it. So wherever that arrow is ending here, once he gets to around that position, throw it. Throw it, pick up the easy yards, and that should work literally all the time. And again, looking at this, you need to be aware of this cornerback if there is a slot CB. You see he goes inside, so he's not playing zone there. If he does that, then you're fine. If he now jumps outside more, then he's playing zone, and he will pick this off every time, or a high chance of it, right? So let's take a look at what that looks like so we know not to throw the ball there and to instead throw it to our tight end on the drag route as a second option, which works a lot of the times, to be honest. So for example, let's go zone, cover 3 sky, and see what happens here. I'm going to put this guy, my tight end Oakley, on a drag route, and if the the slot cornerback goes outside and starts to cover the receiver in a zone, do not throw it to the receiver, throw it to the tight end, and pick up some yards. So let's see what this looks like. Right there, easy yards, first down, and a lot more yards, to be honest. Now, I'm going to keep my running back here at block so he does not get in the way this time, and then we'll do this one more time. because there's a chance that this might just reflect off his helmet if he's running in the same direction as their tight end. Boom, perfect. Get upfield, easy yards. Again, this works a lot of the time too. And let's look at this in replay. Once you press hike and you see that guy start to go out there, that means do not throw the ball. Because if you do, look at it. He stops and this is going to get blown up, probably picked off, and that's not what we want. So it's really paying attention to this guy, and if he's not coming outside here, you can throw it. But if he does, like in this case, do not throw it. Right? So you have to have your eyes on that, and also keep your eyes on the cornerback, making sure that, you know, he's not pressed on you, because if he is, it's a lot harder to throw this, and a lot of the times you won't have that room to actually throw it. Let's see what happens if we actually throw it this time. You see the defender, he comes out, you throw it, and boom, there's no play there, right? He comes over there. We're actually lucky that's not picked off. But when you do that, this will not work. He'll be playing it right. We don't want to throw it, and that's it. So that's why I suggest in all these scenarios, have your tight end, if you have him here, run a drag route. Makes it a lot easier. If that first option's not there, then you have the second option, and then we can go from there, right? Perfectly open, throw it down, and easy yards, because that guy's now playing the outside of it. So there's open space in the middle. Now, if that's not there, then you just have to improvise and maybe run it, right? And then we pick up some nice yards. And the last point I'll say before we look at a breakdown of an actual drive I did in Heisman difficulty with Kansas State on offense, I just wanted to bring up, if, let's say, the D end is actually going to, you know, play some zone and go outside here, you can throw it because he's so far away that, like, if you anticipate in time, he won't be able to get there no matter what, right? And that's the same thing for this linebacker. If he's playing outside zone, he's so far away that you can probably still time it to get that completion every single time. It's just you have to be aware of it and just, you know, not take too long to throw it. But when somebody's out this outside already, it's not going to work. He's going to be here, he'll pick it off, and then there's nothing to do. Right, so one more time, let's take a look at it. Don't throw it down here. Easy yards, right? Because again, that guy's going to the outside, there's more room in the middle for your tight end. Hit him and get those yards. It doesn't have to be, you know, 20, 30 yards every time. Even 5 to 7 is great. You should be able to drive down the field with just this method alone sometimes, to be honest. I have some gameplay where I did this exact same method and I went down the entire field on Heisman and scored a touchdown, running the same play over and over again. Again, looked at the outside coverage, if there was any zone from a cornerback slot or linebacker. Cornerback themselves we were looking at with the receiver, and if everything works out correctly, you will pick up yards over and over again. So let's look at the cover one hole. If the outside guy with the star on him, if he goes inside, you can throw this ball and you'll be fine, right? Always put the drag route on the tight end. I think it's always a great security blanket to have. So let's go. Boom, easy yards, and that's it. And you don't need to pick up 20, 30 yards, but you can keep spamming that play sometimes and pick up some great yards every single time. All right, so let's watch a recording now where we basically went downfield, just running the curl route and throwing it underneath to our tight end when that wasn't open. So just want to go through that live and see how that worked out. And again, if we do what we need to here, we can consistently go down the field, pick up constant yards, and just score like that. You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to throw 4 verts every time. This works, and this is just something great to implement into your playbook. And there's just a couple options you need to pay attention to, which we went over earlier, and this can work to perfection that way. So let's see what happens here on this first play. You can see right here, that cornerback is not playing back, so I don't even want to throw that ball because our receiver's gonna stop, cornerback's gonna be right here, and it's not a good play. So let's see what our tight end does here, right? And you can see he starts to get open, easy yards, and we go again. Again, the curl route was taken care of. We couldn't throw it, but this guy gets open now because there's a slower linebacker. Just wait until he starts to get some separation, time it. And a lot of the times, to be honest, this guy, if they're a little bit closer, he can really just loop around and pick up some massive yards because this guy's basically doing a pick here, a legal one. So once he catches it, and you can just do that a lot of the times I've seen. So those are some easy yards, and we go from there. Now we're going to see, though, on this play, this cornerback, right? He's not giving you any room. So when he does that, like we said, do not throw it to him. Look to your check down underneath. He gets open and easy yards, right? So let's go over another good example of the curl route on this drive. And you can see that right here. That cornerback's playing back. Our guy's not even turned around yet, and the ball's already out. And that's what you need to do on this play to be successful every time, is to anticipate it, right? This guy's here. Nobody's playing the outside zone, and you can throw this every single time. Easy yards. Now this time, we're going to be looking at the guy on the right side of the field. Watch out for the slot here. If he goes out, don't throw it. If he plays in and this guy doesn't come upfield, then we can throw it here. So let's take a look. And boom, you throw that before he even fully turns around. We saw the slot CB, he comes inside, this guy's playing back, and we throw it again, and easy yards. Easy, quick 6 yards, and it's going to work every single time, right? So let's see what happens here. Right now, you see this guy, this linebacker, he was over here, and he jumps out into the zone. That's our indication, do not throw the ball, and start to think about throwing it underneath. And boom, that's what exactly we do here. We don't even want to chance that because that's going to get jumped. Linebackers go outside of the field. Linebackers jump outside. Ton of room inside. Check that down. Easy yards. First down. And we go again. Now let's see what happens here. Right now I'm thinking this guy's really far away, so there's an opportunity here. This side of the curl route, if he jumps outside, do not throw it. If he goes inside, prime candidate to throw it. And remember, drag route every time, audible into it. Boom, this guy's blitzing. This guy's not here. You can even throw it this way if you want, if we're looking here. But because this is the shorter field and quicker to us, less chance of this guy jumping it because it's farther on this side. So he's playing back. You throw it, quick yards, another 7 yards, and we go again. And again, we're already past midfield, and we keep running the same play. Like we said, nobody here. This guy's playing back. Let's throw that every time, pick up some nice yards, and go again. Let's see what's going on this play. Right now, all I'm thinking is I'm seeing this guy go here. I do not want to throw that. You see this guy playing zone out here, and that's farther to the field. It's going to be hard to hit him. So I would think right now, without remembering this play, we're going to try hit the tight end. And we do, right? An easy first down every single time. We're almost in the red zone, and same case. Let's see what happens on this play near the red zone. Again, you can see nobody's over here, right? No slot, no linebacker. Cornerback's playing so deep again. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to throw this again. Right here, easy yards, and go again. It's just better than a run play because you know you're going to pick up every single time. Now, right here, as we can see, this is where I advise to audible out and think of something else, because when he's playing so close, it's going to be harder, right? If he plays, maybe once we press hike, maybe he jumps back into his zone, but there's less chance of it and more thinking for us. So that's why I think we audible out, but we're not here. We're just trying to show this as an example, right? Technically, he is jumping out a bit, so you might have a chance. But when this happens, if I'm running it, I'm thinking A button every time. And we do that again. And that's a perfect example of when, like, it's a legal pick, basically, where your guy just loops around, right? He gets in his way, and he's going to get very close into it, right? And he gets in. And with that, we're already at the 5 yard line, running basically one play the entire drive, right? We went over it multiple times. Pretty easy to see how this works. And yeah, I mean, and from here, I suggest we don't run the curl route when, everything's a lot tighter at the 5 at the gold line. So I would really not run the curl route here. I would pick a different play in your playbook, maybe some read options, triple option from the spread shotgun. Any of those plays are fine, or whatever else is in your playbook. But that's a tip from my end. Do not run the curl route at the goal line. Everything's more tight. I'm not going to show the entire play here, but you can see already this guy's close to him. So when I'm thinking that it's going to be man, the curl route is not going to be your best option here. So pick a different play, right? But that's basically what I wanted to go over in this video, the curl route and how we can implement it into our playbook and have it really be a reliable play, to be honest. If you read it right, you can pick up consistent yards every single time. And I just want to share that knowledge with you guys. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them. And the next video I plan on doing is the slant route game. And kind of just show a breakdown there, when to throw the ball on the slants, when not to. And yeah, we'll do that next. Thank you for watching, and have a good day to you.